Well, hey there, it's Catherine from Catherine Fuller Designs for Scrapbook.com. We are going to dive right into some fun techniques today with ink. We're going to ink blend, we're going to mask, and we're going to do the ever popular water flicking. And we're going to come up with some really cool designs. Ready? So when I was preparing some projects for this video, I did stamping, masking, and ink blending. So I started with this color combination here. It's Coral Cabana and then Orange Twist. It's a Girl and Party Dress. And for this one, I did Grape Crush, Flirty Fuchsia, Something Borrowed, and Suede Shoes. And this is the one we're going to look at today with Tiara, Melon Ice, all that jazz, and Suede Shoes. So we're going to look at blending and building color, masking, and also how to get these great water flicks. So the star of this card is the Cottage Corsage stamp set. I love the funky feel of this bouquet, and it's really easy to use because it's one stamp and you've got that main image there. We're going to use the Magnetic Messages stamp set for our greeting, and this is a fun stamp set that comes from our In the Kitchen release, and it gives you that feel of those little magnetic words that you play with on the refrigerator. So the first step is stamping the main image on your card front. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of cardstock that I cut down. We're going to ink it with Midnight ink, and then we'll just stamp it on the front of the card layer. This is an archival ink and it's waterproof, so you can do watercoloring, you can also do Copic coloring with it. Now I wanted to create a mask so that the ink blending did not get on the stamped image and that stayed black and white. So I used the coordinating dies for the Cottage Corsage stamp set. I cut out a piece of copy paper, and then you're just going to use this as a mask over your cardstock or over your image. But what you want to do is grab a two-way glue pen, go around the edges, and let it dry. Then it becomes a repositionable adhesive, kind of like a Post-it note, and it will keep it in place when you're ink blending. There are also masking papers on the market that you can use as well. So now this is going to protect our stamped image, and I can ink blend over it. All right, so let's get started ink blending. I'm going to use a life-changing brush. I'm going to start with the Tiara ink pad. Just going to rub my ink blending tool across the ink pad. I'm going to start off of my cardstock. If I start on, it's going to give me like too much ink in one spot, and you'll get like a spot that is not a smooth blend, for lack of a better way of saying that. So start off of your cardstock, use a pretty light pressure, and be patient. I'm not the most patient person in the world, so sometimes my ink blending doesn't come out as smooth as I want it to be. But if you're patient and go slow with that light pressure, you're going to get a really gorgeous ink blend. And I'm just blending right over this mask. That temporary adhesive or that repositionable adhesive from the two-way glue pen is keeping it in place. And it is kind of magical when you remove the mask. So we'll do that in a little bit after all this ink blending is done. You can go over it a few more times if you want and get it a darker yellow, but I'm ready to move on to Melon Ice. So this is a great kind of lemony green, lime green color. And I'm going to blend it over that Tiara so I get a nice ink blend between the two shades. Now another tip for getting a darker ink blend is maybe you want to re-ink your ink pad. There's going to be two benefits of doing this. One, I'm going to add some good ink to this ink pad, so then the concentration of color is going to be a little heavier. And then also, now my ink pad is going to be a little bit streaky. I want that ink blended into the pad and distributed evenly. So then if you take your ink blending tool and blend over it, now look, it's all distributed nicely. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. So you can see how much darker this side is from there after I did the re-inking. Spend a little bit of time when you're blending the two colors together. And I think I'm ready to move on to all that jazz. Now look at that color blend between all that jazz and the melon ice. I love blending colors together because sometimes you get these unexpected results and such gorgeous colors will emerge. In our rainbow of ink colors, we have several different greens to choose from. So with the melon ice, if I had wanted to go into a darker green, I could have pulled in Garden Party, maybe Lime Ricky, Grass Skirt. Those would have all looked really great. I think by going straight to all that jazz was a good choice too, because then now I'm getting this other green here that looks fantastic. All right, now I'm going to go to suede shoes, and I'm going to get a really nice dark blue here at the bottom. So you can see how much color I'm building up here in the varying shades. So really with one ink pad color, you can get so many varying shades depending on how many times you go back and forth with your ink blending. So you can see how dark this is getting as opposed to how light that is. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in the colors and the shades you can create when ink blending. So when you're satisfied with your ink blending, it's time for magic. So we'll just carefully peel back this mask to reveal the black and white image. With that vibrant color, it's just such a stunning look. So you can leave this as is, but if you want to play with some more ink techniques, you can get a spray bottle. This is the Ken Oliver Mister, and just give it a little spritz, and then you'll get water droplets on your cardstock. You can let this dry. You can also take a paper towel and dab up, and the dye-based ink reacts with the water and gives you kind of a bleached out look. So it just adds another layer of texture and fun on your cards. So next up, we need a greeting. I'm going to use the Magnetic Messages stamp set. I have pulled one out already, and with the Midnight ink pad, we'll just ink that up and stamp it on the bottom of the cardstock, and then you can trim it. Oh, that looks great. What you did is so great. Okay, so assembling the card, just a little glue around the edges, and we'll adhere this to a card base. Our cardstock comes in 8.5 by 11, as well as half sheets scored in half. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and it has the score line already, so you can purchase it either way. Both are found in the Scrapbook.com shop. And then here we are trimmed out with some foam adhesive on the back. And then we'll just pop this up right here. So a gorgeous mask ink blended and water splotched card. You can take a look again at the other color choices. And then I have some other samples so that you can see how to use this technique in different ways. So I love this turquoise card with that pop. This is our Samba ink pad, and those crabs are just adorable. But this is a great ink blended and water splotched background. And then here is a great card that would be perfect for Valentine's Day with some really pretty purple and pink ink blending. This one has ink blending and masking as well. So just the same thing I did on this card, stamp your image, mask it, and then ink blend around and then water splotches. Here's another one. Ink blending and water splotching, and then these fabulous birds right on top. Maybe you want to do a winter card. These are snowflakes that were done just like I did the flower. You just add them on here, ink blend over the top, and then remove them. And I think it's really fun to do a card like this in pink. I love pink snowflakes. So this color is Sangria from our Spa line. And then one more example here for you, this gorgeous holiday card with that beautiful ink blended night sky. So I hope these ideas and this technique has inspired you, and you'll get out your ink blending tools and your Catherine Pooler inks and have a great time making fantastic cards. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happiness is life handmade.